The more invisible I become, the more death I have to endure. The fat man blinked. Fang Yuan, it's you? What a joke. You cannot even buy a house for 1,000 taels, and you want to take it for 100? Besides, considering your past ties with my master. Fang Yuan shrugged. Then forget it. I'm not buying. He turned away. The innkeeper quickly grabbed Feng Yuan's arm. Wait a second. Considering your old friendship with my master, this house is meant for you. Feng Yuan thought to himself, Senior Chow truly foresaw this. He told me to bring the money here today, and indeed, I have reclaimed the ancestral house. The man gestured. Let us go. I will take you to reclaim the house. He threw up a rock sign triumphantly. Watching from the shadows, Chow Mu thought to himself, all those times I died in your house were not in vain. Based on recent testing, deaths with low ratings do not trigger life penalties. Just deduct a few months. System log. A system notification said, undeath rating, D- firewood of humanity, and current skill point reward. 4 points and remaining skill points, 4 points and revival count within 7 days. 1 out of 5% vitality status, C, 66.6%. Chow Mu mused. It seems that unless the death is rated A- or higher, the life penalty is not too dangerous. Suddenly, his eyes popped out. System notification. A system notification said breakthrough failure. His limbs exploded. System notification. A system notification said breakthrough failure. His internal organs burst. System notification. A system notification said breakthrough failure. Chow Mu sighed inwardly. Say I have used up all my skill points recently, and I still have not deduced the 6th level of the Sutra of the Mount Sumeru King. Without progress, my vitality drops every time I revive. Still, I have found the pace is far faster than Mr. Hai Wuya's decades-long estimate. Let us keep pushing forward. I must complete the human Tao scripture soon. And that night, a woman sneaks in. Fang Fang whispered, Brother, now that you have money, were you able to buy back the Fang family ancestral house? Seems like your days are much better than a few years ago, the woman said, her voice trembling. Seeing you doing well just tears my heart apart. It hurts more than losing money. Suddenly, Wan Ronghua wrapped his arm around Fang Fang's slender waist. Fanger, time to go home. We're already at the door. Why not go see your brother? Fang Fang's expression turned cold. Master, he just came along when his wretched mother remarried. How could he possibly be considered a member of the Fang family? Besides, my father gave most of his inheritance to him before he died, completely ignoring his own daughter. I want nothing to do with the Fang family anymore. Wan Ronghua chuckled. Well said, Fanger. Being my concubine is far more honorable than being a Fang family young lady. Fang Fang replied sweetly, Master, you are absolutely right. In another scene, Feng Yuan stood before 2 jujube trees and said solemnly, Senior Chow, these 2 jujube trees were personally chosen by my father back then. He had us plant them together, hoping that like them, we would support each other. Now that I have reclaimed the house, I only wish to find my little sister and bring her home soon. Chow Mu nodded. It is only a matter of time. Next, let us settle the score with those 2 enemies of yours. Feng Yuan asked, What is your plan, Senior? Quietly release the news about the blood moon painting? Chow Mu scoffed. What kind of businessman hides something like that? Where did your father usually sell antiques? Feng Yuan blinked in confusion. Huh? And on the street, Chow Shuanglin stood on a crate and shouted, The blood moon soaring painting, an ancient relic from hundreds of years ago. 10,000 taels non-negotiable. Come and take a look. A man nearby sneered, What old con man is trying to stir up a commotion in the imperial capital? A woman added, Yeah, the brushwork is flimsy. How is that worth so much? A man with a mustache stood silent, gazing into the distance. Moments later, a blade flashed. Sword Fiend split a boulder cleanly in half. Are you serious? He asked. The man with the mustache nodded. Seriously. The old man said it himself. And when he unrolled the painting, it looked exactly like the one you described. Sword Fiend muttered. So the blood sun painting was only half of the piece? No wonder I could not figure it out, no matter how long I studied it. It seems only when the sun and moon are joined will the painting's true secret be revealed. Where is that old man? Later that night, on the dimly lit streets, the old man walked alone. Behind him, Sword Fiend followed silently. Suddenly, the old man stopped. In one swift move, Sword Fiend thrust his blade toward the old man's neck, but in that instant, his instincts screamed. He leapt back again and again. How can this be? He thought. Why is my instinct telling me, right after that slash, I would be the one to die? The old man's aura surged like a mountain, predicting the enemy's moves. A spiritual refinement martial artist, he said calmly. Seems like you're the Sword Fiend? Sword Fiend's expression twisted in panic. Is he here for me? Darn it. When did I offend an old monster with such immense vitality? But he clearly is not even a spiritual refinement martial artist. Wait, Sword Fiend stammered. We've never met before, right? The old man smiled slightly. I have admired you from afar for a long time. Then he thought to himself, aside from the legendary martial artist, this is the first time I'm facing a true third-grade spiritual refinement martial artist. Perfect time for some first-hand experience. Just don't let me down. You must be joking, Sword Fiend said. Going from energy training to spiritual refinement is a leap from 0 to 1. There's a massive gap between us. How could I bully an elder like you? Can't clash head-on with this monster. Better bluff him. The old man laughed. Ha! Excellent. Let me see just how wide that 0 to 1 gap really is. Oh no, I was trying to scare him. Why is he getting excited? Sword Fiend panicked. No, compared to you, I am naturally the 0. You are the 1. Xiao Shuanglin paused, slightly confused. Why did he suddenly stop? Never mind, perfect timing, run. Sword Fiend turned to flee, but before he could get far, Xiao Shuanglin appeared and stomped his face into the ground. Tch! A third-rank nether passage? That's all? He scoffed. Not even worthy of me using demonic disintegration. I am from the Martial Alliance, Sword Fiend shouted in desperation. If you keep pushing me like this, the Martial Alliance definitely won't let this go. Xiao Shuanglin leaned in close. Oh, Martial Alliance? Sounds powerful? Oh, of course it's powerful, Sword Fiend said, trying to gauge a reaction. He's hesitating. Good. There's still hope. The Martial Alliance was founded by the King of Qin, who treads the Tao through martial strength. After the martial saint's death, the organization retreated into the shadows and began to decline. In this generation, only the King of Qin is worthy of carrying the banner of martial cultivation. Well, scared now? If you dare hurt me, the King of Qin will definitely— Slap! Xiao Shuanglin interrupted him with a sharp slap to the face. Enough with that nonsense. What does tread the Tao through martial strength even mean? Sword Fiend coughed. Treading the Tao through martial strength means going a level beyond Nether Passage and martial path of Tao, high tier in Nether Passage, mid tier and Chi Force techniques, low tier in tempering the golden body of the martial Tao, breaking the limits of the human body, impervious to weapons and fire, smashing all arts with brute strength. The martial society is full of unworthy riffraff, but our martial alliance is not. Only Nether Passage warriors are qualified to join the martial alliance. Every single one is top-tier elite. Xiao Shuanglin raised an eyebrow. So you are all that strong, huh? Sword Fiend replied quickly. If you are interested, you could join too. With your strength, it is fine even if you are not Nether Passage yet. Xiao Shuanglin calmly traced a few slashes through the air with his finger. Ah, Sword Fiend screamed in agony. You old rascal, you really dare make a move. Are you not afraid the Martial Alliance will come for revenge? Xiao Shuanglin chuckled. Heh, if the Martial Alliance is full of trash like you, what is there to fear? He narrowed his eyes. I have always had one question. What is the real difference between Nether Passage and inner strength? Today, you had better show me what you have learned. Use that instinct of yours as a Nether Passage warrior and show me clearly. If you can dodge even one move from me, I will spare your life. Watch your left cheek. Xiao Shuanglin moved. Sword Fiend activated his technique, predict the enemy's move. I see it, he thought. His palm's trajectory is clear as day. I can dodge this easily, no matter how strong your blood energy is. If you cannot hit me, it is useless. He dodged. Suddenly, a calm voice said, Right. Slap! Xiao Shuanglin's hand landed cleanly on Sword Fiend's face. Then a second slap. And a third. Right, left, right again. Slap! 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 Sword Fiend staggered, stunned. How can this be? I clearly saw his attack coming. Why can't I dodge? His switch-up speed. It is faster than Nether Passage perception? Xiao Shuanglin delivered a final brutal strike that sent Sword Fiend crashing face first into the ground. Pay, please. Sword Fiend whimpered, bloodied. I am begging you, spare me. We have no grudge. Why do you want to kill me? Xiao Shuanglin stepped closer, cold and unrelenting. Why? Fine. I will let you die understanding why. He grabbed Sword Fiend's head. When you killed the Fang couple for your own gain, did you ever imagine this day would come? So that is the reason. Sword Fiend gasped. Please spare me this once. I can tell you more about the martial path of Tao. Xiao Shuanglin replied. No need. I, Xiao Shuanglin, have no interest. You will definitely want to hear it, Sword Fiend cried out. The martial path starts with the spirit, then trains the body. The martial alliance trains in the golden body technique, 3 stages, bronze skin, iron bones, and golden body. The body strength of one who treads the Tao is closely linked to their nether passage rank. A 3rd rank nether passage warrior like me can only reach the bronze skin stage. The next 2 require cough. Blood spurted from his mouth. His body fell limp. Xiao Shuanglin blinked in surprise. He's dead? He checked the pulse. No pulse. Died so suddenly. Poison bug, life-death sigil, poison, or a Taoist restriction spell. Xiao Shuanglin picked up a scroll from Sword Fiend's body. Whatever it was, it proves one thing. The people guarding this martial path of Tao secret do not want it getting out. And they are ruthless, decisive, and cold-blooded. And not far away, in the shadows, the world's #1 divine detective, Wei En, whispered. So Chao Zhong was telling the truth. The Chao clan really is a hidden powerhouse. Xiao Shuanglin turned, sensing the presence. So it was you. I've long heard of Lord Wei En, the divine constable of the capital, patrolling the night like a ghost. Today's meeting proves the rumors true. Wei En replied politely. You flatter me, sir. Suddenly, bam! Xiao Shuanglin punched at Wei En. Wei En leapt back several times, shocked. Elder Xiao, what is the meaning of this? My clan's younger member, Xiao Zhong, was unjustly killed by the court. Xiao Shuanglin shouted, charging forward. This hatred, this grudge, I, Xiao Shuanglin, will see it settled. He continued his assault, leaping into the air. Wei En, eyes narrowing, activated his technique. Ice Soul Demon Claw. Xiao Shuanglin punched through the icy strike. Both men separated, landing apart. Xiao Shuanglin frowned to himself. My internal energy was broken in an instant. Is this the strength of a 1st-rank refining spirit martial artist? Right now, I can easily defeat 3rd-rank martial artists, but against a 1st rank? Their instinct for predicting moves and speed far surpasses mine. Wei En spoke calmly, Elder Xiao. I mean no harm. I just want to ask you a few things about the Xiao family. Xiao Shuanglin scoffed. A lapdog of the court. How could I believe a word you say? That should be enough for a test, he thought. Time to wrap this act up. He raised his voice. Remember my name, Xiao Shuanglin. I'm here to seek justice for Xiao Zhong. And he said to himself, be sure to report back to the court and stir up some hate for me, yeah? Xiao Shuanglin leapt away as Wei En shouted after him. The cold poison of the Ice Soul Demon Claw is hard to remove. You can go to Shuling Hall in the west of the city and find Dr. Dong Xueling. Xiao Shuanglin replied, I appreciate Lord Wei's kindness. Wei En thought to himself, as expected of the Xiao family, my claw technique could cut his flesh, but it could not go any deeper. His internal energy is even more formidable than his physical body. Sigh. I know you want me to spread the word, but going up against the immortal sex and His Majesty is like throwing an egg at a rock. The Qiao family sacrifices themselves for justice, and I am not the type to kick someone when they are down. I will not let you die like this, he shouted. You have watched long enough. Why do you not come down and talk? A man in the shadows suddenly jumped back, shocked. Wei En yelled, You coward, do not run. And he thought to himself, no one else must know what happened here today. 1 hour later, Wei En bled from multiple wounds. Xiao Shuanglin, he muttered, I did not have the strength to stop your name from spreading through the capital this time. Treading the Tao through martial strength. It is even more terrifying than I imagined. Then he collapsed to the ground. A few moments later, Fang Yuan said, Senior, your great kindness, I, Fang Yuan, will never forget it. Chao Mu replied, Say what you need to say. Stop kneeling for nothing. Fang Yuan said, Yes. Chao Mu looked at him sternly. That sword fiend was too greedy. He brought the Blood Sun Scroll to kill me, but died unexpectedly instead. Now that the Sun and Moon Scrolls are back with their rightful owner, your parents' deaths have at least been partially avenged. Fang Yuan presented a scroll, and Chao Mu looked at it, confused. Fang Yuan explained, Though the Sun and Moon Scrolls brought ruin to my Fang family, they are still treasures. Today, consider this a humble offering. I will hand them over to Senior Chao. Please accept them. Chao Mu hesitated. This might not be appropriate. And he thought to himself, a scroll that can help break through to the refining spirit stage. No way I am not tempted. Fang Yuan urged, Please take them. Please. Besides, you even got injured helping me. I truly do not know how else to thank you. Chao Mu finally agreed. Fine. From now on you are under the Chao family's protection. A few moments later, Chao Mu opened the scroll. Let us see what the Sun and Moon Scrolls are really about. He looked at it seriously and said, Does not seem like much. Blood began to drip from the scroll, falling to the floor. The floor began to grow flowers and grass as the blood seeped into it. Xiao Mu found himself transported into another dimension. So this is the truth behind the sun and moon scrolls? He gasped in horror. Demonic body disintegration? What is going on? The demonic body disintegration activated on its own. His blood energy surged uncontrollably. Some strange force flowed through his limbs and bones. His meridians began to ache. It is that sun and moon scroll, he thought. Its aura is constantly pulling at my blood energy. His power raged. One system notification said, demonic body disintegration. Advancement demonic body disintegration ignition. Xiao Mu flexed his arm, laughing. Ha ha ha. I did not expect to break through even after fully mastering demonic body disintegration. Let us call this upgraded version the Crimson Moon Burning Blood Art. Suddenly, his arm exploded with ruptured veins. Darn, Wei En's Ice Soul Demon Claw really is tough. Even my transforming flesh cannot seal the wound. What the heck? Why will the bleeding not stop? It was fine before. Then, Xiao Mu noticed something strange. The blood is forming into a sword. Is it hinting for me to use sword techniques? He swung the sword, making a slash of blood. If I merge my internal energy into the blood and release it as mist, I can use the blood sword technique. The blood sword is hard to defend against, and its range is far wider than normal sword moves. Crimson Moon Burning Blood Art. Blood sword technique. Such a blood-costly move. It suits me perfect. Thank you so much for watching. That's all for now. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to help me grow my channel. Your support means the world to me. Don't forget to leave a comment below. I love hearing from you. Let's keep the conversation going and get those analytics buzzing. Until next time, take care.